When you're, a lot of times we're dealing directly with sellers. We're not always dealing with an intermediary. And so I think what's really important is the transparency, the honesty, and the building of the relationship, and that's important to us. And so as you're going through the process, especially when you're dealing directly with a seller, this is something maybe they've never been through, and they don't understand the intensity. They don't understand how much you're going to get underneath their covers. You're going to get into their drawers. You're going to really know a lot about their business and a lot about their personal life as well. And so I think that just the level of communication that we have with sellers, and we try to prepare them, and then we also support them. So we don't just send them a list and say, this is what you have to do, check the boxes. I, as an M&A associate, am working with those sellers all along the path, side by side, to help them really pull it all together. And so when we see that something is not as we expected, we surface it immediately. We don't wait until we get to the end of the road and then decide we're going to retrade or do something differently. We're very transparent with our discussions and the discoveries that we make through our due diligence process, and I think that a lot of sellers find that refreshing. Doesn't always turn out to be great, and sometimes we have to push the pause button, whether it's of their preference or of ours, but we're patient people, and this is something that's about timing. It's all about timing when you're thinking about selling your company. We'll have intermediaries, or we'll have direct CEOs or owners of companies reach out, or we'll reach out to them. And they're not ready to retire, but they realize that they've taken their company as far as they can. Maybe they're tired of putting their own capital into it, or their wife has said, you got to stop spending all this money on the business, you know, whatever it might be. But they want to take their business to the next level. And so we're that opportunity for them. We're the opportunity that they can continue to run their business, continue to grow their business, and they don't have to retire. But what's nice is, because we're privately owned, we can be very flexible around our deal structures. So I've never seen a case in the 4 years that I've been here, I've never seen a case that we've not been able to try to accommodate what is happening for the seller and what's going on in their personal life. So they may have an exit strategy that's 5 years down the road, but they want to stay and they want to continue to run the business, but they'd like to be able to benefit bigger 5 years down the road. Or maybe they do want to exit immediately, and we can make that work. It's not our preference. So I'd say probably 85, 90% of the time, the owners stay around and run the business, and it just works.
It's so important to find the right partner because so many M&A transactions go south quite quickly, and we're very attuned to that. So for us, it's very much finding about what works for the CEO or the shareholder who's selling their business, as opposed to purely, you know, this is all that works for us. Because different partners will have different time horizons. They'll have different ways of doing transactions. You know, some partners will have like a one-size-fits-all type of an approach that just will work a couple of times out of 10. But if they can't tailor their solution for what it is that you need, then you're going to have issues. So we promise to listen to all of the CEOs and shareholders of the businesses that we look to acquire and partner with to ensure that both parties are winning. Because there's no reason why both parties can't be a winner from this transaction.